Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We are in orbit of Duna, and we're doing our usual orbital science. It looks like most of our high orbit science is already done, so we are going for the landing. Because we are on Duna, we have to deploy our parachutes fairly early and hope that it will be enough to stop us and prevent falling to the ground at very high speeds. So, first we deploy our drag chutes, do the high atmosphere science, which we haven't done before, and now we have to just deploy our legs and deploy other parachutes. Careful, careful. Do a little burn. And touchdown. Perfectly executed. So now we can take Jebediah on EVA, and first of all we are going to repack our parachutes because we will need them to return to Kerbin. Easy does it. We are not going to repack the parachutes on the boosters because we are not going to take them home, so we don't need them. And now let's just continue getting out of the spaceship and gather the surface science. First of all, we're going to place our flag. Yay! Duna! And now we are going to take the surface sample and EVA report. Awesome! And just because we have 3 Kerbins, we are going to take a group photo. Everybody loves group photos, and Kerbals are no exceptions. So, Jebediah, Bill and Bob, along with their flag, on the background of spaceship. Perfect group shot. Alright, they can get back into the spaceship, and we can process our science and send some of it back home. Jebediah goes into the command capsule and Bill and Bob are staying in the science module. Let's deploy our solar arrays and do all the science that we can. Alright, and now we have to process the science from the atmosphere sampler or whatever this thing is and send it home, because we take it once in the higher atmosphere and once at the ground level, and to do that we'll require to empty this module so that it can take more data, and it takes quite some time for the data to be processed, so we are increasing the speed of the sequence to 8 times. That's much better. It is almost processed. Now we're going to send it back to the Space Center and take the second sample, which we're going to bring home. All we have to do now is to wait for the energy to recharge and create an alarm for the Duna Kerbin transfer window. And we are not going to wait for a whole 80 days. We're just going to increase the speed of this video considerably. Okay, here we are, ready to depart. And let's retract the ladders, retract the solar panels, and go. At this point, for some reason, I decided to go westwards. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure it will not impair our ability to get into orbit. And it's almost the time to separate our first booster stage. It's almost done. Boom. I have forgot about the parachutes. Alright, this is not going to be a problem. We just cut them down and then we will repack them on when we are in the orbit and we can do the EVA. For some reason we couldn't cut this last parachute. I have no idea which one it is, but after some time it just broke off on its own. So let's get into some kind of orbit. And then we are going to take Jebediah on the spacewalk to repack our parachutes, because we'll need them to get home. And I think I found the parachute which was not being cut. It's the stack parachute below our capsule. Unfortunately we lost it, but I hope it will work out regardless. So let's create a maneuver node for our glorious return home. Okay. It is not a perfect maneuver, but let's execute it, and then we're going to change it along the way. So the node is here. Let's just do this burn and travel into interplanetary space. Everything is fine. All we have to do now is separate our last part and the boosters, and we are done. Okay. And here I done one major error. I forgot that we are going to go counterclockwise and created a maneuver node in completely different part of the orbit. And I was wondering why the hell when I create a maneuver node our separation from the target becomes so bad. But in the end I decided it's going to work out that way. All we have to do is lower our orbit and we'll have an encounter with Kerbal. Like this. And approximately at this point I realized that it is a wrong maneuver, but I decided to go with it because we still have enough fuel to execute it perfectly and have some spare for the corrections which might be needed along the way. Alright, we are close to our node. Let's execute it. Because our ship lacks big reaction wheel, it is kinda hard to control, but it's okay. And here we go. Just last couple of meters per second, and we have our encounter with Kerbal. Some time warping and we will be there. Of course it will take us almost a year, but Jebediah, Bill and Bob are immortals. They can take it. And here we are. All we have to do now is alter our approach to make sure that we get into the atmosphere and return home. Perfectly done. All we have to do now is aerobrake and land. Our periapsis is not as aggressive as we usually do because our ship is a bit heavy and just in case, I don't want to lose it to the forces of gravity, because in my previous tests it was possible to rip the crew capsule from the science module with the excessive gravity forces which are produced by the parachutes. So we are not going to do that. But we are going to use our drag chutes to make sure that we are slowing down faster than just aerobraking. And it looks like, yeah, it is not going to be enough on this orbit. So let's continue into the space and let's use Jebediah to repack our parachutes again. Perfect. And on this orbit we will definitely go down. Our periapsis is 32,000 meters and falling. Everything seems to be in order. We might even go to this small piece of land. No. Alright, not too bad. Let's use our drag chutes. And approximately at 5,000 or even lower, 3,000, 2,000. Yes, here we're going to use our main chutes. And they look beautiful. And here I decided that it would be a good idea to try to slow down a little bit, but I haven't accounted for the fact that the ship will continue to accelerate in water. And we lost some of our science. Sad day for the Kerbal kind. Of course we can recover some of it, but not all. Alright. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Regardless, we got some nice amount of science, and we're going to use it to unlock new parts and create even better spaceships in the future. Although at the moment we could only unlock only one node, if I'm not mistaken. And it is that time where I have to say thank you all for watching. Remember to like, dislike and comment this video in the section below. My name is Darlok, and in the next episode we are going to probably Eve or Jewel. I haven't decided yet. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comment section. Goodbye.